Leadership is, at its heart, a fundamental human connection. It's not just about, holding a position of power or having some grand title printed on a business card. Really, at its core, leadership is the art of influencing others to work together towards a common goal with genuine enthusiasm and dedication. It's the emotional current that flows through a team, shaping its mood, motivation, and ultimately, its success. You could think of it as the emotional intelligence of a group, channeled through one person who guides the collective energy. A great leader can create resonance, a positive and synchronized environment where people feel understood, valued, and inspired to contribute their very best efforts. This sort of emotional guidance is what, honestly, separates a manager from a true leader. And why does this matter so much in our workplaces? Well, the way a leader behaves has a direct impact on the emotional climate of their team. This climate, in turn, dictates everything from productivity and creativity to employee well-being and staff retention. A leader who fosters a positive, supportive atmosphere will find that their team is more resilient, collaborative, and willing to go the extra mile. On the other hand, a leader who creates a toxic or fearful environment will see motivation plummet, conflict rise, and talent walk out the door. The leader acts as the group's emotional guide, and their ability to manage their own emotions, and just as importantly, those of others, is paramount to navigating the complexities of modern work. The study of leadership theories gives us a framework for understanding these different approaches. It helps us recognize the patterns in how leaders interact with their teams and the predictable outcomes of those behaviors. There isn't a single correct way to lead. Different situations and different groups of people call for different styles. What works wonders in a fast-paced emergency room might be, frankly, disastrous in a creative design studio. By exploring these theories, we can develop a more flexible and emotionally intelligent approach to leadership, one that allows us to adapt our style to meet the specific needs of our team and the challenges they face. In this exploration, we'll look at 3 classic leadership models: autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. Each one offers a distinct perspective on power, decision-making, and team dynamics. We'll examine how each style can shape the way a team comes together, its potential for creating harmony or discord, and the specific work environments where it is most likely to thrive or to fail. Understanding these foundational theories is the first step towards becoming a more effective and resonant leader, capable of building teams that are not only successful, but also emotionally healthy and engaged in their shared purpose. Autocratic leadership, often referred to as authoritarian leadership, is a style where a single individual holds all the power and makes all the decisions. In this setup, the leader dictates policies, procedures, and tasks with very little, if any, input from the members of their team. The communication really only flows in one direction, from the top down. The leader expects followers to comply with instructions without question or debate. This style is built on a clear hierarchy and a distinct separation between the leader and the group. The leader provides a clear vision and a defined path, and the team's primary role is simply to execute that vision precisely as instructed, focusing on efficiency and obedience above all else. This top-down approach has a pretty profound effect on how a team forms. Groups under an autocratic leader tend to come together based on structure and dependence rather than collaboration. Team members look to the leader for all guidance, which can, honestly, stifle creativity and independent problem-solving. While this can create a sense of order and clarity, it often prevents the development of strong interpersonal bonds among colleagues, as their primary relationship is with the leader, not with each other. The team operates more like a set of individual cogs in a machine, all turning in response to the central control mechanism, rather than a cohesive, self-sustaining unit that innovates together. Unsurprisingly, this style can be a significant source of conflict and resentment within a team. When people feel that their opinions aren't valued and they have no control over their work, their morale and motivation can suffer greatly. This can lead to a tense atmosphere where team members may compete for the leader's favor or conversely become passive and disengaged. Conflict might not always be openly expressed, often out of fear of reprisal, but it can simmer beneath the surface, manifesting as low productivity, high staff turnover, and a general lack of enthusiasm. The absence of shared decision-making means that misunderstandings and frustrations can easily build up without any healthy outlet for resolution. Despite its potential drawbacks, autocratic leadership can be highly effective in specific contexts. It excels in workplaces where decisions must be made quickly and without error, such as in the military, on a construction site, or during an emergency response. In a factory setting with unskilled labor performing repetitive tasks, a clear directive style ensures safety protocols are followed and production targets are met efficiently. However, this style is poorly suited to creative, knowledge-based environments like a software development company or a marketing agency, where innovation, collaboration, and employee autonomy are essential for success. In such places, an autocratic approach would really crush the very creativity it needs to thrive. Democratic leadership, which is also known as participative leadership, is a style that actively involves team members in the decision-making process. While the leader retains the final say, they encourage open discussion, solicit feedback, and genuinely value the input of every person in the group. This approach fosters a sense of shared ownership and responsibility. The leader acts more like a facilitator or, you might say, a team captain, guiding the conversation and helping the group move towards a consensus. The focus is on collaboration, creativity, and empowering employees to contribute their unique skills and perspectives. This style communicates a powerful message: your voice matters, and we are all in this together. The influence of democratic leadership on team formation is overwhelmingly positive and cohesive. It encourages people to build strong working relationships based on mutual respect and trust. Because everyone is invited to participate, team members get to know each other's strengths and viewpoints, leading to a more integrated and collaborative unit. This shared process builds a strong sense of camaraderie and psychological safety, where individuals feel comfortable sharing ideas, even unconventional ones, without fear of judgment. The team becomes more than just a group of individuals. It evolves into a genuine community with a shared purpose and a collective commitment to achieving its goals. However, this collaborative style is not without its potential for conflict, though it often manifests a bit differently. The main challenge can be the time it takes to reach a decision. Extensive discussions can sometimes lead to what's called analysis paralysis, where the team gets bogged down in debate and struggles to move forward. Conflict can also arise when there are strong, differing opinions within the group, and a consensus is difficult to achieve. If not managed well by the leader, these disagreements could create factions or leave some members feeling that their input was ultimately ignored if the final decision went against their preference. The leader's emotional intelligence is honestly crucial here to navigate disagreements constructively. Democratic leadership is exceptionally well suited for workplaces that thrive on innovation, knowledge sharing, and creativity. It's ideal for environments like technology startups, advertising agencies, research and development departments, and university settings. In these fields, the best solutions often emerge from a diverse pool of ideas, and empowering employees leads to higher engagement and better outcomes. Conversely, this style is less effective in situations requiring urgent, decisive action. In a crisis, say a hospital emergency room or a fire department, there simply isn't time for a group vote. The need for speed and clear, unambiguous command makes a democratic approach, well, impractical and potentially dangerous in those high-stakes moments. Laissez-faire leadership is a hands-off style where leaders delegate nearly all authority and decision-making power to their team members. The leader provides the necessary resources and tools, but then steps back, trusting the group to manage their own work, set their own deadlines, and resolve their own problems. This approach is built on a foundation of extreme trust in the team's capabilities, expertise, and self-motivation. The leader is available for consultation if needed, but they do not actively participate in or supervise the day-to-day work. The core belief here is that the best results come from giving talented people maximum freedom and autonomy to do their jobs as they see fit. When a laissez-faire approach is applied to the right team, it can foster a powerful sense of independence and mastery. Teams form around expertise and self-direction, with individuals taking full ownership of their projects. This works best with groups of highly skilled, experienced, and self-motivated professionals who really don't require constant supervision. For instance, a team of senior scientists or experienced university professors might thrive under this model. However, if the team lacks this level of maturity or expertise, this leadership vacuum can lead to a lack of direction, poor coordination, and a chaotic environment where no clear group structure ever properly forms. The potential for conflict under laissez-faire leadership is significant, particularly in less than ideal circumstances. Without a leader to provide clear direction, mediate disputes, or hold members accountable, teams can suffer from role ambiguity and infighting. Some individuals may shirk responsibility, leaving more proactive members to carry the workload, which can breed resentment and frustration. A lack of clear goals can lead to team members working at cross purposes, resulting in wasted effort and internal power struggles. The absence of a guiding hand means that conflicts, once they arise, can easily escalate without a clear mechanism for resolution, potentially poisoning the team's dynamics. This leadership style finds its best fit in workplaces populated by experts who are passionate about their work and require creative freedom. Research labs, graphic design studios, or consulting firms with senior-level consultants can benefit greatly from this autonomy. It allows specialists to innovate without the constraints of micromanagement. However, this style is entirely inappropriate for environments with inexperienced or unmotivated staff. In a call center, a fast food restaurant, or really any setting with entry-level employees who need training, structure, and clear guidance, a laissez-faire approach would lead to chaos, poor performance, and a complete failure to meet organizational goals, demonstrating its highly situational nature.